I have gained over 1 billion views going viral on TikTok, YouTube and Instagram in multiple different niches. To achieve this, I founded an editing style that is not only quick and easy to learn, but will also force the world to watch your video using psychology. So firstly, we are going to start with the captions. Captions always go in the center of the screen. The reason we do this is because the natural place where the human eye always looks when they're scrolling on any social media platform is the center of the screen. If they have to look away from the center of the screen, it is going to take them effort to look away. When people are scrolling on social media platforms, their aim is to consume with as little effort as possible. Therefore, the less effort required to consume your video, the more likely your viewer is to watch. Now, when you're doing your captions, you can either use a template or you can do them manually. A template is always going to be quicker. Make sure when you do your captions, there is no more than 3 to 4 words in every single line. Because once again, we want your viewer to use as little effort as possible. If your viewer sees a block of text, they are going to be deterred. Therefore, we stick to one line. If you wish, you can go through your captions and highlight words that project emotions and key words. This just emphasizes their effect even more. Secondly, we have the hook. The hook is going to go in the center of the screen to make the effort that the viewer has to use minimal. You put the hook in the center where the captions go, and then you delete the captions while the hook is on the screen. And then you have the hook fade out after 3 seconds and the captions come in. This way, the viewer doesn't have to look anywhere else on the screen but the center, making it incredibly easy for the viewer to consume. In your hook, you are going to highlight the most exciting, the most engaging words so that the viewer can look straight at your hook and understand what is inside the hook without having to read and process all the little words like and, the, to, then. They can instantly look at 1, 2, 3 words and understand what the hook means. Thirdly, we have overlays. The idea of overlays is to describe what is being said with images and videos. Irrelevant overlays are worse than no overlays. Ensure every single overlay throughout your video is relevant. It's as if you're creating a story with images. If you were to watch this video with just the overlays and no sound, could you create a story in your head that would be similar to the video? The closer you get that story in your head to what the video is actually saying, the better your overlays are. You're just going to do some smooth, simple animation ins. I tend to do slide in left or slide in right, and then slide out left or slide out right. Or another smooth one you can do is zoom 1 and zoom 2. And when you do your animations in, alternate every single time. So if you're doing zooming in, do zoom 1, then zoom 2, then zoom 1, then zoom 2. If you're doing slide in, do slide in left, slide in right, slide in left. Fourthly, we have our sound. Your sound must match the emotions of the video. Find out what the main emotion that is being projected in your video is, and find a sound that also projects that same emotion. If it's a sad clip, you need a sad sound. If it's a clip that's upbeat, energetic, you need an upbeat, energetic sound. Once again, this is for ease of consumption and of course to entice your viewer using emotions. Make sure your sound isn't too loud. I usually have my sounds from around 10 to 35 because any higher makes it difficult for the viewer to hear what is being said. A little trick you can do for this is shut your eyes, play your video, and if you can understand every single word that's said, your sound is fine. You want to get your sound as loud as it can possibly be while you still can hear and understand every single word that's said perfectly. Next, we have face tracking. Of course, the face is always going to try and be in the center of the screen. The captions are always going to be on the nose or the chin. Whether they're on the nose or the chin will depend on how big the face is. Sometimes the face is so big that you have to put them on the nose because the chin goes under the halfway line. Because the chin goes under the middle point of the screen. Now, we put the captions on the nose and the chin because once again, it is easier for the viewer to consume. because as humans we tend to look at the mouth whenever someone is speaking. So if the captions are far away from the mouth, they have to focus on the captions and the mouth at the same time, which makes it difficult for them. Whereas if the captions are right near the mouth, they can focus on both very easily. For face tracking, you are just going to use keyframes to track the movement of the face. If you want to learn exactly how to do this, get 20 comments on this video and I will do a video teaching you exactly how to do face tracking. Lastly, we have the pace of the clip. This is going to be decided on the speed of which the person talks and the tone of their voice. For example, if they're speaking very fast like this, then you're going to want a really fast sound. But if they're speaking slowly and it's a bit more of an emotional video, then you're going to want a more emotional song and a slower song. You're going to want the overlays to match that, so you're going to want them to move nice and slowly. You get the gist. Your overlays, your captions, your clip, your sound, everything must match in terms of pace. If you have a sad sound and a sad clip and overlays are moving really fast, it's out of place. If you implement everything I have just told you, it is inevitable that everyone that comes across your video is going to watch, because it is so unbelievably easy to consume that they are gonna watch it whether they are interested in the actual clip or not. And if you're unsure about this editing style, firstly go back to all the viral accounts at the start of this video, and secondly understand that this editing style is founded and structured by psychology. It is built based on the human mind.